Welcome back, guys, to Baby Got Stacks.
Hello again.
If you hear purring, that is just my cat in my lap. She is...
Wow, she is comfy.
Oh, yeah.
Just one screen.
Yeah, she is. She's comfy right now, so you guys have been warned. This week, we went a little mystery thriller.
She is tail whipping.
Yes, she is. You might have to go see your father. Okay, we're gonna do that there. Maybe that'll work. Probably not. I'm just holding the wires up so she doesn't get the... This week we read First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. This book just...
Let me see. I have it kind of pulled up here. January 2nd.
Okay. Fairly recently.
Mm-hmm.
I gave this a 3.75.
I gave it a not even, 3. Flat 3.
Okay. I think... I don't know. I had a hard time, getting invested in the characters.
Yeah. I just didn't care all that much, I must say.
Yeah. The ending was a little twisty in the sense of I thought it was going to go one way, but it went a different way, and so I liked that.
Mm-hmm.
But it just was
Yeah, the whole kind of premise, or one of the tropes, is false identity with mystery thrillers, and I'm not that into it. I've kind of seen it done. It's often used.
Yeah.
And it's just not one of my favorites, so it's not necessarily the book's fault per se, but I just didn't find myself caring enough. Like, I could put it down and then feel okay not picking it back up. I finished because we were doing this. But if I lost the book when I put it down, I wouldn't have been all that mad never finding out how it ended, because I mostly predicted the ending.
Yeah, you're always really good about mystery thrillers of figuring out what happens fairly recently. I did appreciate how seamless it was moving in the past to the present. And her different identities, it seemed to flow easily in the sense of I wasn't confused on who we were talking about, which identity was... I thought that one, because sometimes that can get muddy when they do that.
Sometimes the character in the present would refer to something that happened in the past, and then it would be a little bit before it would explain what happened.
Yeah.
That would kind of be annoying, because things would happen based on that event and you wouldn't get an explanation for a little bit. Be annoying. I didn't really care for the main character. I didn't really care for the relationship she was in. Not invested is really the key phrasing there. I just didn't care what happened all that much.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a fairly quick episode.
Which is a bummer, because I don't want to poop on Ashley Elston. It's her first adult novel. And mystery thrillers are really hard to do, because the more you read them, the pickier you get, because there's only so many twists and turns you can do that are creative. Not saying there aren't new ones, because I could still get shocked by a book.
Yeah.
But kind of a wah-wah.
I think right now, mystery thriller wise, I think Frida McFadden is winning that genre in the sense of the twists into right now. I think if I had to choose between this book versus pretty much any mystery thriller, I'd probably choose any mystery thriller. Will I keep this in my thing? Probably not.
No, I will pass this along. If you're just starting out in your mystery thriller journey, you haven't read all that many, give this a try.
Yeah.
If you're kind of deep into, you've read a lot and you have a lot in your back pocket, probably skip it. It's nothing new or exciting.
Yeah.
It's just going to be another one. It's just another average mystery
Another
thriller.
one.
She is DJ.
Oh, Millie. She's
whipping it.
yeah, she's
I really wish I could. Oh wow, it didn't end with a love fight.
no, usually it does. I thought she was going to.
I thought she was gonna give a little. Oh, there it is. I can't wait until I figure out the soundboard and another one and just combine the two. Hello?
Okay,
Maybe
well,
welcome back. I don't know what just happened there, but we maybe stopped recording in the middle of that. But we were just saying, yeah.
That's so weird that it did that. I don't know
I don't
why.
know. That's never happened before.
Yeah, I don't, unless it was like too long. I don't, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I guess I could read the.
Oh, the synopsis.
We haven't read.
Holding a cat?
Oh, yeah. It's big letters, so yeah, we're good. The identity comes first. Evie Porter. Once she's given a name and location by her mysterious boss, Mr. Smith, she learns everything there is to know about the town and the people in it. Then the mark, Ryan Sumner. The last piece of the puzzle is the job. Evie isn't privy to Mr. Smith's real identity, but she knows this isn't like the others. Ryan has gotten under her skin, and she's starting to envision a different sort of life for herself. But Evie can't make any mistakes, especially after what happened last time. Evie Porter must stay one step ahead of her past while making sure there's still a future in front of her. The stakes couldn't be higher, but then Evie has always liked a challenge.
I mean, that kind of basically sums it up. She was a poor kid, taking care of her sick mom, and didn't really have a future planned out because she was really just focused on taking care of her mom. And then a guy finds her with this secret identity, takes her on to take on random jobs with different identities to help him out, moves her around to do different cases, stealing whatever information or object that he needs her to. And
yeah,
she wants out, and so it's following her on trying to figure out a way out.
And her boss obviously doesn't want her to, be out because she has a lot of information, and so it's either kind of you either do the job or you die. And so at one point, he is starting to see that, she needs to go, and he's trying to scare her. And so he hires like someone that's like just like her, kills her, and then plants information that would make her put her in the crime at her last job where a woman died. I guess we could just get into spoilers because there's not.
It's kind of a long drawn out.
She does find out who Mr. Smith is. His name is actually Mr. Smith. He was working with Ryan, who was on her. I think he was wanting to take over the job that Ryan had.
Yeah.
And she didn't know that Ryan knew of Mr. Smith. And Mr. Smith was trying to pin the two of them together and was saying to Ryan that she was giving information out to people and she can't be trusted.
Yeah.
And then she had been planning to get out for a long time, and so she had other people that she had been helping along the way that she was supposed to be doing a job for. So one of the politicians, she had concocted it to where it wasn't against him anymore, it was against someone else, and so she had told the politician about that so he could trust her. And then she had another guy, Devin, on her side. He wasn't part of anything with Mr. Smith. She had found him, I think.
Yeah, he's kind of just the tech guy for her.
Yeah.
He gets information, the layout of buildings, and messes with the camera gear. And then she found out Mr. Smith's identity, and he had been posing as her delivery person back and forth from Mr. Smith to her, and the messenger.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Had face to face.
I hadn't a clue. I did not know George was Mr. Smith. I thought Ryan was going to be Mr. Smith.
Oh, So what I had gotten right was I knew George was going to be Mr. Smith, and I knew Ryan was going to be kind of involved with.
She does it all the. I don't know how she does it.
It was. I saw those plot twists. I was like, this is exactly how this is gonna go. What I didn't see coming was Amy not being dead.
That one was a good one too. I liked that. Yeah,
one of
that was a good
the
twist.
murder that Mr. Smith was trying to pin on Evie was Amy's death, which was a mark for her. Because Amy, she's doing little biscuits on it. Actually, Amy had stolen like a flash drive that had a bunch of information about Mr. Smith, and he wanted it back and want Evie to steal that flash drive back. So information about him isn't floating around. But Evie had found out that Amy had been one of his workers. And then on a previous job, it was a test to see which one of his workers were worth keeping. He only kept Evie, and Amy killed all the rest.
Yeah.
So that's when Evie and Amy teamed up along with Devin, who was assisting Evie. And it was like a 4-year-long plan to get enough information about Mr. Smith to escape this job so they didn't have to do it anymore.
Yeah, they basically had to have enough on him to like give him to like someone that basically could kill him.
Yeah.
And so that was the Conleys is what ended up.
Yeah, it was like a mob. Irish mob. It was a mob family.
Yeah.
And Amy happened upon a flash drive that had enough information about Mr. Smith betraying the Connolly family
and stealing
stealing a bunch of money from them.
Yeah.
And so that's why Mr. Smith wanted her back. And so Evie and Amy managed to I don't know, I can't think of the word. Fake her death. Why can I not think of that? Fake her death.
Yeah.
Make it seem like maybe Evie did it. So Amy is like in hiding. Mr. Smith thinks she's dead and like has an idea that Evie maybe stole the flash drive and has it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like laid out things along the way of how Evie eventually corners Mr. Smith.
Yeah, it's just basically her trying to get him, and she does succeed. She convinces that like the Conleys that she's gonna have him at this spot at this time, and everything works perfectly. And then she's free to live her life, and she actually goes back to Ryan, and like they pretty much have a relationship.
He's not as involved as she fears she might have been. He understands because he was also kind of doing illegal things with his business, and she confesses everything she's done in her life to him, and they end up staying together. And yeah,
the end.
The end. Also, one of the kind of things that is going through is like she makes these paper cranes.
Oh yeah.
And Mr. Smith takes Evie to the bank where he thinks she has the flash drive in a lockbox, and he opens it and there's a paper crane. And I think it was meant to be like a lot cooler than the scene ended up playing out to be.
Yeah, it was kind of like a boom mic drop situation, but it just was like meh.
The paper crane doesn't really have a significance. It's just kind of mentioned like beforehand that she just like plays with. It's not even like her making it. It just happens to be there that she's like twirling or something.
I don't
know. It's very debut-y. That's why I asked at the beginning, and I was like, this has to be a debut.
Debut.
It's a debut. It feels like a debut.
I changed my thing to 3. Yeah, it happened.
It's fine. It's just fine.
It's harder, I think, for us because we've read so many books.
Exactly.
So Yeah, if it's kind of like your first time reading a thriller and you don't want to get like too crazy, I think this would be the book for you. But for us, where we can get crazy, not the book
Yeah,
for us. So
it's hard to be surprised at this point,
yeah.
which is kind of on us, kind of on.
But there are some thrillers
But
that
there
get us.
are, yeah, they're still out there.
So,
And it's not necessarily like all books with crazy twists are going to be good. Because there are
yeah,
crazy twists that are just crazy and out there. That's like,
yeah, you're like,
whoa, 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 whoa.
okay. Yeah.
That's much. But this is fine. So, I mean, if you want to read it and like multiple identities, fake identities is your thing,
Yeah.
go for it. I won't stop you, but like,
But like, what are you doing? Okay.
but like, there's other great ones out there.
Well, I'm hoping that my 1-star reviews, rowdy 1-star reviews are going to be
These better be
great.
juicy.
So this is at a 4.12 star on
Oh my
Goodreads.
god.
191,921 ratings. Yeah, it's pretty high up there.
It's
Mainly
found its
4
audience.
stars.
Good for her.
Mainly 4 stars.
Okay.
Let's see. This book made my eyes water, not from reading, but from rolling my eyes so hard they almost popped out of their sockets.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but where was the suspense? Where was the thrill? Yeah, book was boring with boring characters, extremely far-fetched plot. First 50 books. Okay, or for 50 books. First 50 pages. Okay, cool. Can't wait for the secrets and betrayal and plot twists. Remaining 334 pages. A laundry list of jobs a con woman does. Yeah. Overhyped. Worst book I've read in a long time.
Oh.
So awful. This book was so awful. Our entire book club couldn't finish it.
Oh man.
Oh
no.
I love a con artist protagonist, but this one felt morally gray to me. She seemed very detached.
I mean, she was. She didn't have
was.
any family and nothing to protect other than like her initial identity.
I think I missed the part where I was supposed to be thrilled.
Yeah. Yeah. There wasn't any like climax. There wasn't anything that felt like at the end of my seat, like something like big was building up. I was just like even keeled the entire time.
Yeah, it just was meh.
It was just like,
meh.
It was a time.
It was.
It was a book I read.
It was a book. Yeah, not gonna be on my shelf very much longer.
You know what happens? They can't all be winners.
They cannot. They cannot. But we read it.
We read it like we said we would.
We did.
And that's why we are winners.
Exactly. I'm excited for next week's though.
I'm very excited for next week. We have another fantasy. Look at us go.
Yes. This one's kind of different. This one's a little different.
It is. It is a self-published book called The Eternal Machine. We know someone who knows the author, related to the author. So we were sent these books. Thank you so much. We'll give more shout outs when we get to the episode. But we are ecstatic. You can go to our Instagram, Baby Got Stacks Podcast. We have them linked in the initial schedule post. So you can go check out their Instagram and see what other books and other doings they have going on. Because they also have really cool artwork going on with a lot of their books.
And they have a lot of books.
And they have a lot of books. And
a lot
they
more
also
than I
sent a little
anticipated,
card of artwork along with our books, which was really greatly appreciated. I actually have it hanging on my wall.
I have mine still in my book, but just to be sent these signed, and I mean
I know. It makes me feel important.
I know. I know.
It makes me feel like
Yeah,
pretty darn cool. So like,
we're
also,
really
if
excited.
any of you are authors or have written anything and you want us to read it, if whether it's a
Yeah.
physical or an ebook, we are more than happy to give it a little read.
Yeah.
We threw this book the name in our little TBR jar that we refer back to when we're making our schedules. So
Mhm.
it will be even go for when we're making our schedules. So
Yeah.
we'd be happy to review.
Send us
You
all of your
know,
books.
send us all your books.
Yes.
We are ebook readers. We are physical readers. We're just readers
Mm-hmm.
and
Just
love
readers.
collecting books.
We
We are
just
just readers.
we're just readers. Yeah.
Do you know we will give honest reviews of it though? So you know.
Yeah, just because you send it to us doesn't mean that we're gonna give
Yeah,
raving
just
reviews.
be ready for our honest review. We will be thankful
Oh,
but
100%.
honest.
But honest, yes.
But honest.
But honest.
But yeah, you can check out our Instagram for our schedule, and the link uh, in the bio takes you to wherever else we are at.
Mhm.
Oregon is still having a hissy fit with the weather, so we're hoping when sunnier days come along, we will be able to actually start our TikTok. I almost said Vine.
I mean, Vine will always be in our hearts.
R.I.P. Never forget.
Yeah.
Like Nelly. And yeah, like and follow wherever you're listening to this podcast. And we are on all podcast platforms.
Mhm.
We also post the audio to these on my YouTube channel, Reading with Melon.
Mhm.
We will eventually start posting videos again once
Okay.
we get that sorted out. Lord knows we are just figuring this part out.
Yeah.
So we'll
Someday.
get there
Someday. Yes.
someday. This is
Yes.
episode 70 something. I
Crazy.
don't know if we want to do something special for the 100th because it feels like it's happening so much faster than I expected to.
I
Or if
think
we
we
want to
should.
start like a season 2 because I've been marking this as like season 1, have
No,
like a
maybe season 2.
refresh
Okay, maybe
and
season 2.
switch something up. I don't know.
Okay. We'll think about it. We got
Figure
time.
something out. We'll figure
Yeah,
something out.
we got time.
I'm glad Millie finally settled down at the end of the episode. Oh. Oh.
She's
Oh, she's like, God damn it, man. Oh,
she's like using my arm.
just you're just a pillow.
Oh,
What is
110%.
my human but a pillow for me?
This is what she does. Yeah.
Sweet girl. Oh.
Yeah. She too likes to read because she likes to try to chew on the corners of my books.
She does. That's how she intakes information.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah. Okay. Well,
That's what we got for you. So tune in next week. Another fantasy. We
steampunk
didn't mean
fantasy.
necessarily to be this fantasy happy, but like
No, but I feel like the Adrian Young, well, we didn't know it was fantasy, to be honest.
yeah, I
We
thought it
did
was
not
gonna
know
be
there was
just like a
supernatural.
touch of magical realism.
And then this one's steampunk fantasy, which we've never
Yeah,
read
yeah,
before,
yeah,
so that's gonna
yeah,
be a
yeah,
whole
yeah,
nother.
yeah. I'm like really excited
I'm
about
so
this.
excited. Yeah. So yeah, tune in next week to what we think about it.
Whoop.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. I don't
bye
know why
guys.
that. Bye bye.